What was the, because, you know, I've heard lots of horror stories about the Christian music industry. Was it kind of, I don't know, were you like pretty devout back in those days? What was happening there?
I was, there was a time where I was pretty fundamental, yes. Like kind of really, I was really wanting to do it.
Did you have like a denomination that you would claim at the time?
I kind of came up Baptist.
Oh, word.
Up in St. Louis. I lived in St. Louis, so it wasn't overly traditional Southern, but it was Southern Baptist.
I think Baptists have good theology.
Yeah. I don't think that was way off. We weren't the Baptists that wouldn't allow you to dance and all that shit.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It was still very, very conservative, and I like took it very, very seriously. And because of my background leading up to that, I had some tumultuous things happen in life that all of a sudden got very better once we got into church, and so I was a believer.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
I mean, still am in some amended ways.
Me too. I act like a reprobate, but I know what the truth is.
right. And so I was all in because of that. And but then, you know, just getting older and wiser and, you know, learning more things, it's not that I've walked away or that I've lost my religion. It's just kind of like it's highly adjusted from when it was when I was 20.
That's something I noticed about that interview with the Cadlin brothers. What are they called? The you know, it was like what am I talking about? You guys did the podcast with an older guy, country guy, kind of.
This Jimmy
Statler
Fortune, the Statler brothers.
Yeah, because you had mentioned, it stuck out to me in that podcast. You were like, you know, I kind of was not very into it, and then Dan's kind of helped you get back into it, is what you were saying?
Yeah.
I've been on a journey to find that.
Where
my
are you
whole
at
life.
with it?
Where am I at? I'm still looking, but I want him to open his church that he's talked about for years. Because listening to him talk about the Bible and talk about Christianity, I'm like, oh, I can get into it now. Because I've visited many churches. I've been out there. I've been just. My mom had a word. It's a Hebrew word that she used to call shkived. I was shkived. It's a Hebrew thing. She grew up in North. No, but she grew up around Jewish people in North Jersey. But she used to say she was shkived by this feeling walking into certain churches or whatever, and I felt the same exact way. Yeah, it's like a put off. It didn't feel welcome.
A lot of people have been hurt by the church. It's unfortunate.
Yes, yes, mm-hmm. And so both of my parents were hurt by the church in different ways, and so therefore they raised us with no religion, not atheist, but no religion. And so
Did they like explain to you what religions were out there at least, or?
Sort of.
They allowed you to explore.
They allowed us to explore.
But they didn't know that much themselves.
Correct, because they were raised a certain way. My dad was strict Catholic and my mom was Protestant. How they got married in 1966 is weird.
Scandalous.
Right.
It's like Nick and Ned.
Right. Yeah.
Sound like Adam and Steve or whatever.
Right? Yeah. So coming around to
Nick and Rule. I meant to say Nick and Rule.
Oh, okay.
Ned's.
I meant to say Nick and Rule.
Ned's my favorite of the three. Anyway,
I guess I don't know Ned then.
I worked with Ned for a brief period of time with Angelia. Do you know Angelia? And there was a time that I was her backup singer in a band back in 2005 or 6.
Dad, leave me alone. I'm on a podcast.
How fun. Dad, stop, Dad.
Dad, I'm on a podcast.
Dad. So anyway.
Hold on.
I'll talk to you later. I love you.
I love you too.
Love you, Dad. Bye, Dad. Bye, Dad. Oh, how funny. So you asked me where I'm at. I'm still kind of searching, but I'm also in that place of not disbelief, but not belief. I'm still searching because people are what's fucking it up for me.
They'll do it.
And
every
so
time.
Right. So therefore,
it's kind of our forte as people.
I know. We fuck everything up. Shit.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. Anyway, so we're still I've talked to him about having Bible study with him, just personally with him.
Oh, you guys totally should.
I know. Yeah.
I think the scripture is like, whether you believe it or it's true or not, and you know, I do believe it's true, but I think there's like an infinite amount of wisdom there, even from like a secular standpoint.
Yes.
Like philosophers and like a Joseph Campbell and his obsession with like the monomyth and these stories that keep repeating. Like the same stories keep playing out over and over again. It's like this pattern of reality that I think something about the scriptures get really right and really revolutionized the pattern with this idea of self-sacrifice, which you don't see other places.
Yeah. I totally.
It's the whole Jordan Peterson thing.
Right. I'm a big fan of Jordan.
I love JPC.
I love Jordan.
You fascist.
Dude, I know. Tell me about it. If I had $1, it's like that's how Josh figured out I was based. I was talking to some of my friends at the cellar, and they were joking about how they used to call me a fascist before they met me. I had a lovely reputation in this town.
Wow.
And and we started teasing about that. And we started talking about Jordan Peterson and all this stuff. And I think Jordan Peterson is he makes a really good point about Christianity, because he's like, I can't call myself a Christian because I'm not transformed. And if I really believed, wouldn't I be changed? And,
Right.
Touche, Jordan.
These are conversations we have just between the two of us. It's like, it's closeted.
I knew you were deeply closeted.
I am deeply closeted.
Deeply
I'm not gay.
Not in the
deeply
gay
closeted.
way.
In the Jordan Peterson way.
In the Jordan
In a based way.
Fucking hilarious.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Clean your room. Clean your room.
Clean
That's
your
not
room.
good. It's not good.
I was up like saving my father from the belly of the well.
We're monkeys filled with snakes.
I love one of his chapters in his book, the 12
12 rules for life.
Yes, and it's like, don't let your kids do things to make you not like them.
Yes, people don't say shit like that, but it's so fucking
Holy
true.
shit.
Yep.
It's like, you are the boss.
100%.
Yeah.
Another good one is take care of yourself like you were responsible for taking care of someone else.
I guess that
Exactly.
resonates with you because of your career.
My whole life is taking care of others. And in my industry, you see that the people who are least taken care of are the ones who are taking care of other people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially now.
My favorite rule is pet a cat when you see it on the street.
Yes.
What was that? Say that again.
Pet a stray cat when you see it on the street. It's one of them.
I love it. But you're so right, Joshua.
Yeah, and especially now with everything staffing, I can't tell you how much our staff are working right now. The dedicated ones.
Nice.
The ones who don't take care of themselves because they're taking care of others.
You know, it goes back to, and actually Paul Tomlinson was on our show a couple weeks ago.
I watched some of that.
And I freaking love that guy. And he was saying, he actually said the thing that I've said for years about the oxygen mask on the plane.
Yeah.
You have to put that oxygen mask on yourself before you can put it on someone else. And he actually said that. And I don't.
That is profound.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know that he and I have ever had that connection with that particular.
Right.
He's like a psychologist or some shit.
Right.
No, he's not like one. He totally is.
I thought so, yeah.
He's like
Big deal.
freaking a big deal, and he's an awesome
One
guy.
of the terms that we use in our industry is that you can't give water to somebody if your well is dry.
Yes, 100. See, same thing.
Makes
Clean
it
your
even
room.
better. Yeah.
That's his thing. He's like, you got to fix up your own living space before you go point at the world and say, this needs fixed, that needs fixed.
Yeah.
It's like, how about you fix your own shit?
100.
And then tell us how we should do
And
it.
so
Yes.
it goes with that kind of attitude, as well as just people who take care of others more so than they take care of themselves. I'm a recovering codependent. I admit it, 100%. I've been in shitty relationships before where I gave more to them than I gave to myself,
same,
and therefore the relationship just spiraled into oblivion. And so therefore, I may come off a little bit bitchy to Dan now and then, but I'm taking care of myself, and therefore I can also take care of him and whatever. And so it's weird for a codependent to go, no, I don't want to eat there. I'd rather eat over here. It's really
If a
hard
woman
to
can
do
decide
that.
where she wants to eat, I'm in.
Dude.
Tune in live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
On the Unsung Screamers Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter.
And check out our Unsung Screamers podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Ah!